everyone, welcome back, and in this video I'll be giving you some information on the extreme programming practices. So if you're new to extreme programming, you can click on the link given in the description box. I've taken a video on what is extreme programming and what are the values that extreme programming has, so you can watch that video. And in this video, let us look at the practices involved in extreme programming. So I'll be focusing on the planning and the designing practices in the part 1 video, which is this video, and the development and testing related practices I'll be putting it up in video 2. So let's get into it. So the software development life cycle, as we all know, the 5 stages are there. We have the planning stage, we have the designing, development, testing, and we have the release phase. So these phases are going to be the same for extreme programming. But in these phases, apart from the regular activities and practices that go on, there are some other additional practices that are added in order to improve the lifestyle and the software quality. Okay, so this video we'll start off with the planning and the designing phase practices. So now in the planning phase, traditionally organizations, if you see if it's the waterfall, they'd be having the entire business team sitting down and they'd be planning out. But here, if you see in Agile, when extreme programming is followed by organizations, extreme programming has a practice where the clients or the customers and customers plus the development team both need to be involved in the planning phase. Of course, definitely the development team and the business team need to be involved, but additionally, it also encourages customers and clients to be involved in this phase. Why is it so? Is because when customers or clients and clients are involved in this phase, you will be able to get their opinions, their suggestions, and their feedbacks so that they also feel part of the planning phase and they know what is coming up. So you can either add them in the release planning phase. Mostly for sprints also, they tend to say what they need for the next releases. So it's always a good practice to include the customers also in the planning meetings. The next one, coming on to the designing phase, here there's a practice of system metaphor that is followed. So system metaphor is nothing but a naming convention. So throughout the entire product, it can be related to the design as well as the code also. There should be a common naming convention that should be followed. By following this, it will be easy to identify certain modules, certain features. It will be good for readability so that everyone has a common understanding of what a particular term means, and also it will be good to locate a particular piece of code. So for all these advantages, system metaphor practice should be included. The next one is simple design. So as every agile project follows the same principle, keep it simple. So if you're building initially a MVP, it needs to be simple. It should not be overloaded. It should not be a heavyweight product that has features, but you just display the feature but it doesn't work, or you're anticipating future features that might be included in your software, whereas it's not useful at the moment. So always make your design simple. Your product should be simple for the moment, and later on you can start enhancing and building it. So that's the main idea. The next one is refactoring. So refactoring is something where you modify or you update the design or the internal structure of a code without the output of the code being affected. So there are various scenarios where refactoring is done. It can either be for optimization, it can either be for speeding up the product, it can be like minor updates, it can be for any other updation of any libraries, it can be for updating the code to the latest version of it. It can be for various reasons that code refactoring is done. So by including this practice, it enforces all the developers to constantly refactor their code so that it is of high quality, it does not have any dependencies. So this is one important practice for the designing phase. So in the next video, part 2, I'll be explaining about the development practices as well as the testing practices. So you can click on the link given in the description box to view part 2 also. So if you found this video helpful, please do give this a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel and do share your feedbacks. Thank you.